What's good, y'all? About to send this link out. Then we're gonna go ahead and get started. You already know the drill. Let's see how we're sounding first. Test, test, test. Test, test. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. You know how the mic sound when y'all hop in here. If it sounds staticky, let me know. I'm gonna fix it. I did just hook my computer up, so I don't know how the mic sound when y'all hop in here. Test, test, test. Let me turn this down a little bit. When y'all hop in, let me know how the mic sound. This session about to start in a little bit. About to get started in a second. Just about to set up TikTok and we'll get started. But like always, got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. What's going on, Matey? I see you in here. What's going on? I gotta get a new charger. I think it's not charging how I wanted to. What's going on, Lucian? I see you in here. Once you hop in, make sure to read the pinned comment. We are live on YouTube as well, but if you want to stay on TikTok, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to be looking at both chats. But if you want to see the screen better, hop into the YouTube live. YouTube's in the bio. And then those on YouTube, you got any questions, drop in the chat. But just like I said in the Sunday chart analysis, GJ actually went as projected so far. Started to push up. But we're going to be watching the indices. We're going to be watching gold. We're going to be watching GJ. We're going to be flipping through the other currency pairs as well. But for the most part, we're going to be watching these charts right here. And then for those on TikTok, all the chart titles that we're looking at are going to be on the screen somewhere. But like I said, we are live on YouTube, so you want to see the charts a little bit better. Hit that link in the bio. YouTube's in the bio. But like I said, I'm going to be looking at both chats. Let's set this around right there. So right now, we're just waiting for GJ to either retrace back down or break this next level. That's what we're waiting on right now. Didn't hold the position from yesterday. I mean, from Friday. And I closed all my positions on Friday. Gonna be looking for some new setups right now. It's a decent stop loss right there. Shoot this up. And then let me put this up as well. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm just getting the chart set up. Like I said, you got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at any charts, drop in the chat. All right, bam. What's going on, Jeff? I see you in here. Those just joined the stream. We are not into anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. If you're on TikTok, the Telegram's in the bio. Read the pinned comment when you hop in here. Went 8-1 last week, 32-5 last month. Go into the free Telegram to be able to see all that for yourself. We're going to be going over it in a little bit, but right now we're just chilling, looking for some setups right now. It is Monday. Most Mondays and Tuesdays are the slowest days of the week, so right now we're just waiting for volume to come in. Don't really have any news today, so we're just going to be chilling, just patiently waiting. What's going on, John? I see you in here. What's going on, Future? What's going on, Joshua? What's going on, KJ? What's going on, Mercury? I see you in here. All right, cool. Make sure to read the pinned comment when y'all hop in here. And then those on YouTube, make sure to go on the community tab and vote for this week's video. There's 2 options. Go ahead and put your vote in. You guys got a couple days until all the votes are done. What's going on, Future? We're just chilling right now. We're going to be watching the indices. We're going to be watching gold, and we're going to be watching GJ for the most part. I'm going to be flipping back and forth between some currency, some other currency pairs as well. But these are going to be the main 3 things we're going to be looking at. And those on YouTube, make sure, let me know if y'all can hear me good. All right, the mic's static or anything, let me know. New fighting just started. Go be looking at GN also. I kind of like how GN is looking also. But just like I mentioned, the Sunday chart analysis. If y'all haven't watched it, make sure to watch that. I dropped that last night. Just like I mentioned with GN on the Sunday chart analysis, we're going to wait to see if it can hold this either as support or resistance. I'm leaning more towards sells than buys, especially because, again, price failed to make higher highs last week, rejected that resistance level, and then shot back down. So if we can break and hold this as resistance, we could look for a sell setup here. So we're looking at possible sells on GN. We're watching gold to see what it's trying to do. If we can break back above 1990, we can look for buys. If it breaks below 1960, 1958, we're going to look for sales. In this GJ position, I closed on Friday when we was up 3 times the risk. But right now, if anyone was holding since Friday, y'all up 5 times y'all risk. I personally didn't hold. I closed all my positions over the weekend. So we're waiting for price to do 1 or 2 things. We're waiting for price to either retrace back down to the support level, or we can look for a buy setup, or we're waiting for price to break this resistance level, turn to support, we can look for another buy setup. Right now, we're just chilling, patiently waiting. All the charts have the names on the screen. Like the pinned title says, the pinned comment. We're live on YouTube right now, so if you can't see the charts good or you want to see them better, hit the link in the bio. YouTube's in the bio. We're live on YouTube and TikTok right now. If you want to see the full screen better, hit the link in the bio, join the YouTube live. I don't really look for liquidity sweeps, but we can look at UJ and see what you're talking about. I don't really go for liquidity sweeps, but let's look at UJ and see what you're talking about. It's like it's stuck on our level of traffic. I guess that's what you're talking about. It's kind of stuck underneath this level of trap. It's kind of struggling. It was bullish, but it failed to kind of make a higher high and struggling to break it back above like 150, 150.10. It's got another main support at 149.15. Then we have the bottom of the level of traffic at 148.30. But I personally like how G looks better. It's a lot cleaner. It's not as choppy. It was choppy a couple weeks ago, but finally broke out of that choppiness. We caught the higher high on Friday, and now it's proceeding to continue to push up. So we're going to see if we can take out these highs to the left. But we broke this down on Friday's live stream. We entered it later on during New York session. This is how we did last week. Last week we went 8-1. Free signal is in the bio. Those on YouTube is the first link in the description. Let me just skip this song really quick. Okay, so I know I like that song. All right, so Monday we caught 4,463 pips. Tuesday we caught 0 pips. Wednesday was break even day. Thursday we caught 2,800 pips. And Friday we caught 8,129. Ending the week with a total of 15,392 pips caught. 15,223 strictly with the members in the advanced play sitting room, giving us end of the week 8-1, giving us an 89% win rate. Every trade posted as the date, time the trade was posted, my personal entry, SL, TPs, reactions, how people viewed it into the trade, and of course those TPs getting hit. As far as how we did last month, if you scroll down to November 1st, you'll see how we did last month. Last month we went 32-5, getting us an 86% win rate. We caught 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play sitting room. And we'll go over how we did last quarter and all that good stuff. But that's how we did last week and last month. And we're just chilling right now, looking for some new setups. Just chilling right now, just waiting for a confirmation, looking for some new setups. You got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Those on TikTok, read the pin comment when you hop in here. We went 8-1 last week, 32-5 last month. We're live on YouTube as well. So if you want to see the charts a little bit better, hit that link in the bio and join the YouTube stream. But I'm looking at both chats, so you want to just do it. If you want to chill in the TikTok, feel free to do so. I'm going to be looking at both chats. But right now, we're just chilling. Like I said, you got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. We're just chilling right now. When y'all join the free signal, make sure to read the Sunday chart analysis. All right. I mean, not read, watch the Sunday chart analysis. I dropped it last night for y'all. And y'all look at last week's Sunday chart analysis, a lot of stuff where that's projected. Yeah, we're just waiting for some volume to kick in right now. I got GN on my other screen. I'm watching the indices. I'm watching gold, and I'm watching GJ. But right now, we're just chilling, patiently waiting. Let me put the name back on here so y'all can see it on TikTok. Oops. Gold. I went over gold in the Sunday chart analysis. If you haven't watched it, watch it. But it's the same as I went over Sunday chart analysis. Nothing's really changed since last night. All right, but we're gonna go over it. We can look at NAS100. I went over both of those in the chart analysis, but we can go over those. They buy on GU soon. We can take a look at that. I wouldn't doubt it because last week price was struggling to make a lower low. Yeah, I got to add more levels, but yeah, I rejected that level. Did that huge push up on Friday, so we can't see some buys this week. I just got to add some levels. So I'm gonna do a magic trick really quick. Like I said, I'm looking at both chats. I'm not going to ignore any messages, but there's 2 chats I'm looking at, and then I'm also watching the charts in real time. So just be patient. I got y'all. Patient, I got y'all. On YouTube and on TikTok, let's get them likes. So where we at right now? Let's get to 2K likes. We got 8 people on here. If we all spam tap the screen, we can get to 2K likes easily. Like I said, when y'all jump into the TikTok live, make sure to read the pinned comments. We're live on YouTube right now, so you're going to see the charts a little bit better. Hit that link in the bio. Join the YouTube live. I'm going to be looking at both chats. All right, got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we're looking at the charts, drop in the chat. But I just got to add some levels really quick. Make sure to watch my most recent video as well. Those on YouTube, all I got to do is just, y'all know how YouTube works. Just go to the profile. You're going to see my most recent video I dropped on Friday. Then also go to the community tab and vote for this week's video also. I got a poll. There's 2 options. Vote for which video you'd rather see this week. And I'll probably drop that like Wednesday, Thursday. So y'all got a couple days to put y'all's votes in. So we're going to add GU to the list as well, because GU is looking nice as well. And as for TikTok, let me add the name of this so y'all can know what we're looking at. Yeah, so we're going to wait to see if we can break this support level at 23.95, 2400. That's what we're waiting on right now. It's right on it. We got a new 15 about to start. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. Those just joining the stream, we have not entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, hit that link in the bio. Join a free Instagram, free Telegram. You read the pinned comment, you see how we did last week and last month. Those on YouTube, just look at the bottom of y'all screen. You're going to see how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check that out for yourself. We'll go over that in a little bit. But I cut it to the comments. But yeah, right now we're just chilling, patiently waiting. Got a few charts we're looking at. Looking at GU, GJ, as far as currency pairs go, GN as well. And then we're watching the indices in gold. So it's US30 SPX NAS100. Got a huge buy on GJ and the indices on Friday last week. We'll go over those a little bit as well. We're just waiting for some continuations on those setups. This right here. The NAS is still chilling underneath that level. What do you think about buy sell indicators? I don't use them. A lot of people rely heavily on them. You don't really need indicators when you know how to read the charts. Over here, I teach y'all how to read the charts. Right? Indicators should just be like anything else, extra confirmations, but a lot of people use them as a shortcut to skip steps. And then people rely on them for entries. And then guess what happens when you rely on them for entries? You know how to enter, but then what? Now there's more question marks. Now you don't know what's going on while you're in the trade. If you just take the time to just learn how to read the charts, you'll be a lot better. Speaking from experience. I don't use any indicators personally. This is the 15 right now. If you see bigger candlesticks, like if I switch to right here, that's how you can tell we're on the daily. But if you see smaller candlesticks, just assume I'm on the 15. But this is the daily. This is what the 15 looks like. And for the most part, I only flip between these 2 charts. I do other charts if I need to, but for the most part, just flip between the daily 15 and 5 minute. What secrets am I exposing? Well, stay on the live and you'll find out in a little bit. I'm assuming this is your first time on my live. All right, like I said, we're live on here, but if you want to see the full screen better, I'm live on YouTube as well. And while you're on the YouTube link in the bio, you're going to see all my content on there. But one thing you're going to learn while you're watching my lives, you're going to notice, one, I don't use any indicators, but two, that there's no coincidences in the market. All right, there's no coincidences in the market. There's literal rules and script price has to follow. So we're actually going to pull that up really quick. Yeah, so I'm going to keep GU up. We're going to have alert on GJ. There's nothing we can really do with GJ right now. So we're going to show you what I'm talking about. There's only 3 chart patterns, all right? Alaya might know a couple patterns inside them, but there's only 3 chart cycles price is ever in, all right? Ultimately, we know price does one or two things. It's either going up or down. If it's going up, it's an uptrend. If it's going down, it's in a downtrend, bullish, bearish, right? But we also know that price isn't always going cleanly up or cleanly down. What people call this is consolidation, levels of traffic, sideways market, liquidity. It's all the same shit, just different names, all right? But what you need to understand and train your eyes to look at price like is how price actually moves. It moves in pivots. It moves in pivots. Those pivots are lows and highs and lows, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, highs. Depending on the direction it's going, if we're in an uptrend, there's a higher highs, higher lows. If we're in a downtrend, there's a lower lows, lower highs. You want to wait for price to either be in an uptrend or downtrend. If price is ranging or consolidating, you want to wait for price to do one or two things: break above that level, treat as support and go for buys, or break below that level, treat as resistance and go for sells. All right, and then usually in like the YouTube, TikTok sessions, I go super in depth and detail with that. The London session live is when we're kind of looking for some setups. The reason why we do that during the New York session lives is because price is a little bit slowed down during New York versus London session. We're like kind of looking for setups and stuff like that. So right now we're looking at possible sells on GN. We're looking at possible buy on GU. I'm watching GJ. I got alerts on that. And then we're looking at possible indice buys. We caught some huge buys on the indices in GU last week. We're going to be going over all that in a little bit. If you got any questions, drop in the chat. When you're looking at charts, drop in the chat. Like I said, I will get to your message. You don't need to spam, but I am looking at charts in real time, and I got 2 chats I'm looking at, but I got you. All right, so we're gonna look at gold. Like I said, I got you. No. All right, so just like in the Sunday chart analysis, so when y'all go into the free sitting room, you're going to see last night I dropped the Sunday chart analysis. Make sure to watch that. I went over the indices, gold, DJ, GN, all that good stuff. All right, that's not just me seeing and projecting what price is gonna be doing today, but that's for the entire week. So make sure to watch and check that out. We're looking at gold. Let's pull that up. So we do have some exhaustion to the upside. Gold basically didn't really do anything last week until Friday. We haven't broken the bullish cycle yet, but we are struggling to make a higher high. We've just been chilling on the support resistance level at around 1990. So we're waiting for price to do one or two things. We're waiting for price to try to break back above 1990 like it did on Friday during the news event. If we can hold that level of support, we can look for a buy setup. But if price rejects below 1970, 1972, we could see price drop down to 1960. If price breaks below 1960, 1958, we could see the first signs of the reversal downtrend come into play. Now, why is price currently struggling to break this level when it was having such clean higher highs for the past month? Is because, one, we have this huge level of traffic to the left, but then two, we're also approaching the all-time highs. And each time prices hit those all-time highs, the first time, obviously, price dropped. The second time price hit it, huge downtrend. And then earlier this year, when we almost hit it, same thing happened. We had a huge downtrend and reversal. So when we're about to hit it again, we either going to see the same thing happen, or we might see some new all-time highs get made this year going into next year. But that's basically what we got going on right there with gold. Again, can't really catch any moves, or we just have to wait for volume, right? When there's no volume, price can't really break the levels. So we're just patiently waiting to see what price is trying to do. That's why we didn't really trade gold last week or 2 weeks ago. The week before that, we were trading gold. It wasn't simply because I didn't feel like trading gold. It was just because there's no setups. If I don't see any clean setups, I'm not going to force anything. I'm just going to look on another chart. That's why I always tell y'all need to have 4 charts y'all look at, because there's always going to be a day Well, one chart is not going to have any clean setups. Instead of trying to force setups or look for smaller setups, you can just go on another chart with its cleaner setups, and you can catch some moves like we did last week. But we have a new 5-minute just started. G is still trying to figure out what it's trying to do. GU just broke this level. I'm waiting to see if we can break this level here. If we can treat this as support, we could look for a possible buy. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. I got alerts on everything else. Like I said, Monday and Tuesday are usually the slower days. Not every Monday and Tuesday, but usually Mondays and Tuesdays are the slowest days. NAS100, same thing. We're looking for buys still. We're looking for buys. Right now, we're waiting for price to see if we can break this resistance level at 15,130. If not, we could possibly see it trace back down to 1,500, but we're looking for buys. Not looking for sales anytime soon. US30 is the same thing as NAS and SPX. They're all the same thing. They're all the same thing. Looking for buys. Again, I went over all this stuff in the Sunday chart analysis. I see all those views and reactions. All right, so if you have not watched the Sunday chart analysis, make sure to check it out. Because again, I went over all this stuff. I don't mind re-answering y'all's questions, but it's the same stuff. Looking for buys. Looking for buys. Looking for buys. Those are joining the stream have not entered anything yet. These are just some trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. If you're on TikTok, hit that link in the bio. We are live on YouTube, so you want to see the charts a little bit better, you can jump into the YouTube stream. YouTube's in the bio. Make sure you read the pinned comment when y'all hop in here. Free signals in the bio, YouTube's in the bio, everything's in the bio. And those on YouTube, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all should see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Do I think SPY will go up or open? Well, let's look at SPY really quick. Let's take a look at SPY and see. Well, we are bullish right now because we broke the bearish momentum. And if we look at the 3 chart cycles, price is always in and always following. Again, make sure to follow me on TikTok, y'all, because we will be going live later on TikTok today during New York, where we'll be going more in depth with these 3 chart cycles and how they work. Right now, we're in the bullish cycle on SPY. So we can see price do a couple of things. We do got the strong resistance level right here at around like 436, 437. So if price can't break that level like it kind of struggled to on Friday, it could retrace back down to the support level at 431.50, 431.55. If you can hold 431.55 as support, we can see price reattempt to try to hit and break 437. If it can break 437, we can see it hit 440, 443, 445 this week. Wouldn't really go for sales unless price breaks below and starts treating 420 as a resistance, 420, 421. So can it break that? It can, but that's why I can see it do it, right? But I wouldn't look for sales anytime soon. We're bullish right now. We're bullish right now. Let me see here when it was bearish, price hit that reversal on us. Now we see clear high highs getting made. So since we're in the uptrend, you should only be looking for buys, just like if we're in a downtrend, you should only be looking for sales. Yeah, that's what I see with SPY. Yeah, but we're just chilling, patiently waiting. Appreciate the likes, y'all. TikTok, we got 15 people in here. Let's all take a moment to spam tap the screen for 5 seconds. We all spam tap the screen for 5 seconds. We can get to the 4K likes easily. Let's get the likes over, y'all. Like I said, you got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at charts, drop in the chat. Jordan, don't tell people to buy. You can ask questions, but you start telling people to do stuff, you will get muted or blocked. Do not do that. That's not what we do over here. So I don't need anyone getting confused or taking stuff, all right? You can ask questions, don't tell people to do stuff. How can I open a Forex account? Well, you have to sign up with the broker. There's a bunch of brokers. The broker I use is in my link in the description. Hit my link file. The broker I use is in my bio. But in order to trade Forex, you need a broker. Once you sign up with a broker, then you need a Bitcoin address to send money to your broker. And then from there, you use MT4, MT5 to take your trades. But you need a broker for the middleman. Yeah, that's what I was just saying with Swear. We can swear that's what I was just saying. We can see that happen with SPY. Appreciate the follow, Veronica. Anyone else, MetaTrader, don't let them add the broker. What broker you use? That's usually when you sign up with the broker, they tell you if they use strictly MT4, strictly MT5, or both. That's the first thing you got to confirm which one they use. Because some brokers only use MT5, some brokers only use MT4. So you sign up with a broker that only uses MT4, you can't use MT5 and vice versa. And then usually when you sign up with a broker, if you're on the website, they'll send you the MetaTrader for the desktop as well if you want to use it on your desktop. But yeah, when you sign up, it tells you which one they accept or which one they use for their platform. So you just got to confirm that you got the right MT or the MetaTrader for your broker. Because not every broker uses both. So you got to confirm that. Appreciate the follow, Mari. Appreciate the follow, Terrence. Like I say, you got any questions up in the chat? We're looking at any charts drop in the chat. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. Like I said, Mondays are usually the slower days. Monday and Tuesdays. Not every Monday, because a couple Mondays ago we had a decent start to the week. But usually Monday and Tuesdays are the slowest days. Things start to pick up on Wednesday. And of course, Thursday and Friday is usually when we have news and the most volume. But yeah, we got a new 15 about to start in a couple minutes. But we're just chilling right now. Just patiently waiting and chilling. Just patiently waiting and chilling. We just got price bobbing, waiting to see what side of the coin they're going to stay on. You see SPX is just chilling, waiting for it to either break above this resistance tree as support or retrace back down to here. We can look for another buy setup. Caught huge buys on SPX last week. I personally took 3 positions on it. The first one, I was up 8 times my risk. The second one, I was up 5 times. And the third one, I was up 5 times. Huge move to the upside. And then GJ, that trade we took on Friday, made 3 times our risk on that. So yeah, we're just chilling right now. Never be in a rush to take any setups. All right, you got your rules, you got your confirmations you look for. So you don't see all your confirmations. Doesn't matter how long you think it's taking. It doesn't matter how long you think it should take. Just wait for your confirmations. Appreciate the follow, J2. Appreciate the follow, Network of Winners. Like I said, you got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at charts, drop in the chat. We are live on YouTube as well, so you want to see the screen a little bit better, hit that link in the bio, join the YouTube. Make sure you read the pin comment when you hop in here. Went 8-1 last week, 32-5 last month. Free signal is in the bio, YouTube's in the bio, everything's in the bio. And those on YouTube, make sure to hit the community tab and vote for this week's video. All right. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. We're watching the indices. We're looking for buys on the indices. We're looking for buys on GJ, GU, and then we're watching GM. That's pretty much the game plan for right now. Wait for the dip on what chart? What are you talking about? Wait for the dip on what chart? What chart are you talking about? What's going on, Kyler? I see you in here. All the names of the charts are on the screen. All right, but like I said, you want to see them better, you hit the YouTube link, but I'm looking at both chats. But yeah, we're just chilling right now, just watching, see what price is going to do. We're not in any trades right now. These are just trade ideas. Not in anything right now. Yep, I got my alerts on the other charts that I don't got up, so I'm not going to be missing anything right now. Just waiting for volume to kick in. I answered that question like the first time you asked the entrepreneur life. I don't use buy sell indicators. I don't use buy sell indicators. And just like user said, that's exactly what I said earlier. They're always delayed. If you just take the time to learn how to read the charts, you'll be a lot better. All right. Just think about how indicators are marketed anyways. How do they market indicators? Like I be seeing ads all the time. I probably see the same ads. They be like, don't waste your time on learning how to read the charts. Use this. So be like they're always trying to make shortcuts and make things easier. That's just gonna bite you in the back end because then you know when to enter a trade, but then what? Then you don't know what's going on while you're in the trade. You know, that's why all these people be talking about emotions, trading, like psychology, and all that stuff. Is because just think about it. If you do not know what's going on in the charts, but you got your money at risk, and then the second you go into drawdown, what you think is going to happen? You're going to start to shit yourself. Why? Because you don't know what's going on. If you just take the time to learn how to read the charts, you'll be a lot less stressed. You'll be a lot more confident to take setups as well as hold setups when you're in drawdown or in profit. And then you're going to know what's going on at all times. Like when I take a trade, I'm never confused what's going on. When I'm looking at a chart, I'm never confused what's going on. I always know what is going on. Even if a trade doesn't go my way, I figure out and then I understand why it didn't go my way. When a trade is going my way, I understand why it's going my way. Why? Because I took the time to learn how to read the charts. And the beautiful thing about trading, just like learning anything in life, once you get it down, it's literally rinse and repeat. Just like learning how to play an instrument, rinse and repeat. Learning how to drive a car. You can only drive a car so many ways, right? Just like brushing your teeth. You can only brush your teeth so many ways, right? So it might look complicated at first, but if you just take the time to break things down, it becomes very, very, very simple. Trading is simple. Y'all just make it harder because y'all skip steps. You ever tried to just think outside of trading? You ever tried to rush something, skipping steps, and then what happened? You made mistakes, and then what happened? You had to start over. And didn't you ever think like, man, if I would have just did it right the first time, I wouldn't have had to start over all this many times. It's the same thing with trading. Same thing with trading. You take a trade based on what the charts do. So doesn't it make sense to take time to learn why the charts are doing what they're doing? You do not need indicators. A lot of people rely on indicators. If you're going to use an indicator, it should be strictly just for extra confirmation. So I don't use any indicators. Watching my videos, watching my live streams, watching my trade breakdowns, I never ever use indicators. I just simply read the charts. Let me skip this song. We're going to bring this back to the beginning. Appreciate the follow. Marty, appreciate the follow. I wouldn't really call it a dip. You're talking about SPY before we go to new highs. Don't call it a dip. Call it a retracement. Call it a retracement. The words we use are very important. What I think about Euro USD, we can check it out. We can check it out. The 15 did just start. GU looks like it's about to try to do something. So we might enter GU this 15 depending on what it does. I got a GU on my other screen. I can pull it up so you see what I'm looking at. I'm waiting to see if we can hold this level. I do like how it's looking, so we might jump into this in a little bit. But we can look at EU really quick. It's probably going to be the same as GU, but we can take a look at it really quick. Yeah, it's doing the same thing as GU. They both are good buy positions. This just broke the support level, just like GU just broke the support level. As far as EU, if we can hold the support at 745, 750, we can see buys up to 780, 790. If we can break 780, 790, we can see it possibly hit 800, 820 today. But yeah, GU and EU are doing the same thing. They're both looking like good buy setups. I'm about to write some trade ideas up for them in a second, to be honest. But I like how both of these are looking out here. I'm personally looking more towards G than E, but they're doing the same thing. They're both reversed. They had exhaustion to the downside, and we're going to daily time frame. It was bearish. We was catching nice sells down here, but then once price failed to make a lower low, what did we get? We got the consolidation. Again, going back to the 3 chart cycles, we're either in uptrend bullish, downtrend bearish, or in consolidation. We want to wait for price to break the consolidation and go into the uptrend or downtrend cycle. Where it broke the consolidation, we broke above it. Now we're treating that support. Now we're about to be in the bullish cycle. So yeah, I like how these are looking. We're looking at possible GU buys. We're gonna see how it holds this level right here. New 5-minute did just start. New 15 did just start. But yeah, we're looking at the indices for buys. We're looking at GU for buys, GJ for buys. I'm about to write this trade idea because I do like how this is looking. If you got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at charts, drop in the chat. You don't need to spam. You're not huge yet. I am looking at 2 chats and I'm watching charts in real time. So if I don't answer your question in 5 seconds, just be patient. I got you. All right. You don't got to spam. This isn't a Twitch stream where we got 20K viewers. I got you. All right, so give me 1 second. I gotta write some trade ideas up. So I do like how some of these charts are looking. I like how GU is looking. So for this, I'm looking at 2365. Yeah, I'm liking how GU is looking. Give me 1 second, I'm writing some trade ideas up. Do everything live. Give me 1 second. Those join the TikTok live. Let's get to 5K likes. We all spam tap the screen for 5 seconds. We can get to 5K likes easily. Make sure to read the pinned comment when you hop in. Those on YouTube, make sure to read the bottom of y'all screen. You see how we did last month. You see how we did last week. Go ahead and hit that first in the description, or if you're on TikTok, hit that link in the bio to see it for yourself. We're going to pull it up in a little bit. Went 8-1 last week, went 32-5 last month. Hit that link in the bio or hit the first link in the description and check that out for yourselves. We're going to pull it up in a second. I just got to write this trade idea up. You like how this is? Whoops. So I do like how this is looking out here. Make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis when y'all hop in the free signal room as well. Yeah, I don't like how this is looking right here. You might jump in this in a little bit. We got a new 15 about to start in 5 minutes, but I do like how this is looking. Let's see what else we got going on. SPX is still kind of chilling. We don't really got any news today. Yeah, I like how that's looking out there. How long you been trading for? Like 3-4 years, going on 4 years next year. I'm brushing my teeth. Are you doing? No, I do not do binary option. I just trade indices and forex. But everything I break down and teach is how to read the charts. I don't just go over a strategy. I go over how to read the charts. So anything with charts, stocks, crypto, options, futures, indices, currency pairs, metals. Everything I teach, you can use to read any chart. Yeah, I'm liking how GU's looking. I'm liking how it's looking. We're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. But I'm liking how it's looking right here. How do you stay patient and not hop in right away when you see pushes like that? Just experience. Just experience. Like I said, the more you're on the charts, the more you see certain things, and the more things you see, the more you experience, the more mistakes you make, the more successes you see, the rules you implement into your trading. And it's very simple. You got these rules in place for a reason. You break the rules, you know what's going to happen. You follow the rules, you know what's going to happen. So that at the end of the day, you just got to sit down with yourself and be like, what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to grow your account, or are you just here to just do silly shit? All right. I got to a certain point where I was tired of making silly mistakes and throwing my money away. So now I just stick to these rules. So I grow and make more money than I lose. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? You just got to have patience. You just got to have patience. So right now we're just waiting to see if we can hold this level, because again, price can easily break this level and then reject. So now it's showing a good sign that it could hold this level, but I want to wait to see what the next 5 minute bill looks like. And if the next 5 minute holds this level, we can look for a buy setup. But just experience, like I said, that's why I always talk about just take time to learn how to read the charts. Because you see one thing once, you're going to see it twice. You see it twice, you're going to see it thrice. And then if you see it 3 times, you're going to see it literally every day, every week. The markets do the same stuff every day. Only thing that changes is volume, holidays, news, and the trend and direction is going. But it does the same stuff every day. It moves in pumps and pivots every day. It moves in lows and highs every day. And it reacts to these key price levels the same way every day. It's literally just rinse and repeat. You see the same stuff every day on literally every single chart. Like we look at GN, what do we see? We see the charts reacting to my levels, bouncing, reacting to my levels perfectly once my screen loads. All right, GN wants to bug out, but there it goes. Right? You see how it reacts perfectly to my levels over and over again, day after day, day after day. We go on GU, we see the same thing, how it reacts to my levels, day after day. Look at SPX, we see the same thing, how it reacts to the levels over and over again, day after day. So when you just understand how price moves, you just wait and let price do its thing. Because again, I say it all the time, we do not control the markets. We only control when we enter a trade, how much we risk, and when we close the trade. So that's the only thing we control. Then you know what I'm saying. It makes sense to wait patiently for price to show us what it's trying to do, because price is always going to show us and give hints. Again, there's nothing that's 100%, but the reason why we were able to win way more than we lose is just by waiting a little bit, just having a little bit of patience. You know what I'm saying? If trading doesn't teach you anything, it's going to teach you discipline and patience. That's a fact. Speaking from experience. Oh, there goes my alarm. Let me turn my alarm off. All right, cool. We back in business. Can you go back to GJ? In a second. Let me see what this is doing really quick. Actually, I can pull this over on my. Okay, I got that on my other screen. So we can look at GJ. And again, I went over GJ in the chart now, so I went over the levels we're looking at. It hasn't hit any of my levels yet, so I'm just letting it do its thing. Just letting it do its thing. You got alerts for when it hits one of my levels. Hasn't hit my levels yet, so I'm just letting price do its thing. Just patiently waiting for it to hit my levels. I never take a trade when it's not at my levels. I enter buys off support, enter sells off resistance. If it hasn't hit one of my levels, I'm not taking a trade. Just gonna wait, because again, when it's right here, it can easily retrace back down to here, where I would want the ideal buy setup, right? So instead of being impatient and risking, taking a silly mistake and losing money, I'm just gonna wait for it to hit one of my key price levels. The price is strongly treated as a support or resistance. I'm just going to go from there. Now, if I would have held this trade from Friday, I'd be chilling still, but I closed it on Friday, so I only made like 3-4 times my risk. So now I'm just waiting for the next entry point. And then GU is doing a retest, so let's put GU back up. So we're looking at GU. And this is why I was waiting for the next 15. Because again, when you see the same shit every day. While I was waiting for next 15, like I said, I want to see if we can hold this level. It's doing a retest right now. We're going to see if we can hold this level. So it's either going to try to push up from here or it's going to retest the support level and then try to push back up. But either way, we didn't really miss out on anything. So I'm just patiently waiting. I wouldn't really call it a pullback. I'd call it a retest. Like I said, I'm just waiting on a retest. I don't go on the 3-minute time frame. I don't know if it's your first time watching me live, but you watch my chart analysis I dropped on Sunday. You watch any of my trade breakdowns. You watch any of my live streams. I never go on the 3 minutes, so I cannot go on the 3 minute. I can look at Euro GBP, but I don't trade off the 3 minute. You'll never see me hop on a 3 minute chart. That's an odd chart to jump on, in my opinion. But we can look at Euro GBP, but it's not going to be on the 3 minute. I got you, bro. I used to trade this a lot. I haven't traded this since like Q1, to be honest. So we're seeing a reversal in the start of a downtrend on Euro GBP. Would have been a decent entry last night on it. So as far as how it's looking right now, it broke the resistance level at around 86.80, 86.70. If we continue to hold 86.70 as a resistance, we can see price drop down to 86.30. If it can break 86.30, we can see it hit 85.70. I don't see that happening all today, but I can see that happening in the next couple of days. The reason why we're seeing bearish momentum is, again, we don't see any higher highs getting made. Price failed to make higher highs multiple times, and now we see a lower low getting made. If you watch my video on YouTube, how to identify trend and trend reversals, it goes over literally how to identify trends and trend reversals. So I'm going to drop that link in the YouTube chat. If you're on TikTok, you're just going to have to find a video on YouTube, or you can join the YouTube live and you see it in the chat. But I'm about to drop that video in the YouTube chat right now. But you should never just go on. You shouldn't look on the 3 minute at all, to be honest. That's another topic. But yeah, I see bearish momentum on Euro GBP. So I'm gonna drop that video in the YouTube chat in a second. Let me put GU back up before we do that. Let me find that video. And those on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button, y'all. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because we don't just live stream every day, but we post weekly content from trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, trading psychology videos on top of that. If you're not following me on TikTok, you're on TikTok, follow me. If you're on YouTube, you see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Make sure to follow me on YouTube. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. We post daily on both pages, and we go live at least 3 times a week for free on TikTok during New York session. So make sure to follow me and have your noties on so you don't miss those streams. All right. But here's that video I was just talking about. I'm dropping that in the YouTube chat right now. And like I said, Richard, I got you. I'm looking at 2 charts. I'm looking at 2 chats. And I'm looking at charts in real time. So if I don't respond in 2 minutes, that does not mean to blow me up. I got you. All right, I got you. Let's get to 5K likes, y'all. Let's all tap that screen for 5 seconds. Let's get to 5K likes. You shouldn't be getting to the point you should be tired of it. You feel me? You gotta. Like I said, I told the story a lot of times, and the reason why I just don't say it a lot, because I've said it like 1,000 times, but I know there's people that find me every day. But before I went full time, you know what I'm saying? Like, blew a bunch of accounts, failed a bunch of challenges. But the turning point for me was when I passed my first funded account challenge. And that first month, you got to be profitable for a month before you get your first payout. Long story short, I was up, I made a mistake, and then I tried to make the profit back that I lost instead of just keeping the profit and waiting for my payout. And literally, like a couple days to a week before my first payout, I ended up not just giving away all my profits, but blowing the account, doing silly stuff, right? And then after that, guess what? I over marginalized my personal account. And then after that, that was my turning point. I pulled out the rest of the money out my live account, and I literally told myself, and people that know me personally, they know this, because again, I was one of those people. I was on the charts at all times. I was at the party, I was at the lounge, at the club. It didn't matter where I was at. I was on the charts studying. Like I said, in my most recent post on TikTok and Instagram, we all got at least 46 out of the free time. We all got the same 24 hours. So, it's literally up to you what you do with that time. I always get people saying, "Oh, I don't got time." You do got time. You're just choosing to use your time to do something else, right? But that was a turning point for me. I literally said, I'm not putting any more money into the markets until I figure this ish out. So what did I do? I literally sat down, put my head down for 4 to 6 months. And again, between the 4 to 6 months, this was me learning how to read the charts, because I taught myself everything. Everything I teach you, everything I go over, I literally had to learn and teach myself. So I learned how to read the charts properly. I learned how to count pips. I learned about risk reward, how to calculate my lot size, all this stuff we go over. In 4 to 6 months, I put my head down, and I went from a terrible trader to a profitable trader in 4 to 6 months. Now, in a 4 to 6 months mark, I was still working two jobs. I was working two jobs at the time. So again, there's no excuses. I was working two jobs, only had one full day, two half days. I was working 14, 16-hour shifts a day, and I still had time before and after work to put towards looking at the charts and studying. I got no excuse, especially I just work one job. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Everybody got responsibilities and stuff. But again, y'all figure out how to make time to, go hang out with your friends, go party, or you figure out how to, go to the movies, get some Chipotle or whatever. You can do the same thing with trading. So literally, you just gotta sit here and figure out what you're trying to do. Like, what are you trying to do and accomplish with trading? If the goal is, like most people, to grow and make money, then you need to do what you need to do to grow and make money, right? So I say it all the time. Does it logically make any sense if you don't understand how to read the charts, don't understand how to count pips? By the way, my most recent video goes over how to count pips. If you don't understand risk reward, you don't understand how to calculate your lot size, you don't know how to do any of these things, what do you think is going to happen when you put your live money or open a live account and start trading? What do you think is going to happen? What happens to most traders? You know what I'm saying? That's why I always stress, go on a demo, and before you should even be trying to place trades, you should understand what you're looking at, right? Trading, there's three steps in trading, there's three parts in trading. The first part's the charts. Got to understand these three chart cycles, how price moves, the behaviors on the markets. Then it's the trading plan. If you don't got a trading plan, that's another reason why you're struggling. And you don't just need to have a trading plan, you got to stick to it. You feel me? So speaking of which, GU is retesting this level. SPX and NAS look like they're about to try to do something. But yeah, we got a new 15, new 5-minute about to start. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have a long talk with yourself and figure out what you're trying to do. Like if you look at one of my most recent community posts on YouTube, I think I dropped it either yesterday or on Friday, one of the two. Let me go to it. Those on YouTube, you can go to it to see it for yourself. I was like, enjoy y'all's weekend, but don't waste all of it. Make sure to put some time before Sunday, Monday to review last month's trades, your progress, your mistakes, as well as your successes. That is the quickest way to both improve and not get stuck in the repeat cycle. Time will fly before you know it. Because again, one of the biggest things I hear my students tell me all the time is like, well, I keep doing this, I keep doing that. Or my issue is this, my issue is that. I'm like, okay, you know what you're doing. So I know it might sound simple, but you just got to stop doing it. You feel me? You just got to stop doing it. Right? Understand that's what I had to do. Like, I wrote down all the mistakes I was making. I wrote down the issues I was having. And I also wrote down what I was trying to accomplish. And then once I had like my goals, then that's when I had to write the roadmap and figure out the map to make that happen. I had to figure out, okay, how do I stop these mistakes from happening? What do I need to do instead? How do I accomplish my specific goal in trading? What do I need to do to make that happen? And then once I had that game plan, which is a part of the trading plan out, right? So once you understand how to read the charts, then you have a game plan. Then it comes understanding how to count pips, risk reward, lot size calculation, right? So once you take all those steps in order, right? Once you understand how to read the charts, once you have a trading plan, once you understand risk reward, how to calculate your lot size, then what do you think is going to happen when you start taking trades? You're going to be a lot less stressed, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to start winning more than you're losing. You know what I'm saying? But the one chart that makes sense for the 2 of our last job, but GU looks like it's about to try to do its thing, kind of like how GU's looking. I'm not going to lie, like how GU's looking. I like how GU and SPX looking. I like how GU and SPX looking. But you see how I did the retest and then it pushed up? So imagine we would have entered on the first 15, right? We would have been impossible drawdown or at risk of rejection. But once we saw the retest, what happened? As soon as I said the new 5 minute, like we go on the 5 minute, you're going to see a little bit better, right? You see how on the 5 minute, let me zoom in so you can see it on TikTok. You see how on the 5 minute it pushed up, did the retest, confirmed it was holding that support, and now it's making a higher high. Again, following the chart cycle, right? So again, sometimes you can get lucky not waiting for the retest, but there are times, like a good example of what happens sometimes when you don't wait for the retest confirmation. Let's pull up, we'll flip back to SPX, but let's pull up gold, for example. Let's look at gold last week. So we look at gold, for example, what happened last week on gold, right? So 2 weeks ago, we caught those higher highs on gold. And then going into last week on Monday, what was gold looking like? It was on this resistance level. This was Monday. So if we would have just waited for price to break this level, what happened in the next 15? Let me zoom in so I can see that a little bit better. What happened in the next 15? It rejected, then dropped down, right? So if we would have went for a buy here without waiting for the retest in the next 15 to show us the confirmation, we would have took an unnecessary loss. Versus like what we was doing here last week, right? Same thing. Price broke this level. What happened? The next 15, did it keep pushing down? No, it rejected, started treating that support, and that's when we went for the buy. So that's one of the few things that can happen when you try to go for a breakout and wait for the confirmation. And again, how I make this rule, because again, I had that happen to me a bunch of times. So again, I figured out what the issue was. I figured out if I just waited another candlestick for a confirmation, I can reduce my losses. Because sometimes it's not even that you're wrong. Sometimes it's just the move's not ready to be done yet. But again, if you just wait for those extra confirmations, you can risk yourself. I mean, you can help yourself not risk as much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, now we're in this now. We're going to see if this can do its thing right now. But yeah, that's just another tip. And for those that was here like at least like 10 minutes ago, you know what I'm talking about. But if you just joined late, you can either rewind on YouTube. If you're on TikTok live, we was just talking about like retesting confirmations and stuff like that. So we're looking at SPX as well, because SPX did just hit my alerts. So we're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. NAS is probably doing the same thing SPX is doing. So let me zoom back out so y'all can see me better on TikTok. Appreciate the likes, y'all. We got 10 people on TikTok. We can spam tap that screen for 5 seconds. Let's get the 6K likes. You got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. We're in one position right now. We're looking at SPX and NAS100 as well. They just broke my level, so we'll see what this next 15 is looking like to see if it can hold. And again, there's one thing I always tell my nerdy students, right? It's important where the candlestick goes, but it's more important where it closes, right? Like this is another good example. This broke this level. What happened? It rejected. But if we go into the 5 minute, let's just see what we see. Let's see what actually closed on the 5 minute. No, it didn't. It didn't even close on the 5 minute. So scratch what I was about to say anyways. Yeah, this thing is slowly trying to trickle up. We might see something happen this 15. Let's see what NAS100 is up to. Let me go to the right chart first. Those just joining the stream, make sure to hit that link in the bio. If you're on TikTok, hit that first link in the description. If you're on YouTube, you see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Read the pinned comment on TikTok. You see how we did last week and last month. We're going to pull it up in a second and go over it. We're 8-1 last week. We're 32-5 last month. And now GU is doing this thing. Shout out to, who was it? You're in the YouTube chat. Shout out to whoever brought my attention on GU. Who was it? Shout out to, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I thought you was in the YouTube chat. Oh yeah, shout out to you, Richard. I see you in here. Let me see here. What am I trading? All the charts have the name on the screen. If you can't see them or want to see them better, hit the YouTube in the bio. We're live on YouTube as well. But we're in GU right now. I'm looking at possible SPX and NAS buys. And then I'm waiting for GJ to hit my levels. That's as of right now. GJ is about to hit that. We caught the beginning of the higher high on Friday. When exactly that's projected from the Sunday chart analysis. So now we're just waiting for the next level to get hit. We're either waiting for price to retrace or break this level where we can look for another buy setup on GJ. As far as how we did last week, if you go into the free signal room, link in the bio, first link in the description for those on YouTube, you'll see how we did last week and last month. First thing you want to see is the link to the live. I just drop the link every day before we go live. Make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis. I went over GJ, GN, GA, indices in gold, and what I see them doing this week. This is how we did last week. Last week we went 8-1, giving us an 89% win rate. Caught a total of 15,392 pips. Monday we caught 4,463 pips. Tuesday 0 pips. Wednesday broke even. Thursday 2,800 pips, and then Friday 8,129. That's how we got the 15,392. 15,223 of those pips strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. Every trade posted as the date, the time the trade was entered, my personal entry in SL, how people viewed it into the trade, TPs, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. Start off the week 3-0. Tuesday was when we took that loss. Wednesday was that break even day. This is how we did last month. If you go to November 1st, you'll see how we did last month. Last month we went 32-5, giving us an 86% win rate. Caught 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. Again, let's take it to the beginning of the month, October 2nd. Every trade posted, losses, wins, everything's posted. Very transparent. Every trade posted is one I enter. I don't just call signals. Every trade posted, every signal is one I personally enter. That's why you'll notice that every time I call a signal out, I don't say buy or sell. I tell you I sold or bought it. And I always post this disclaimer. It's the same disclaimer I post every day before the first signal. On your phone screen, it might look like a big paragraph, but it's literally just 11 lines. Read it. It goes over how the signals work, how you should go about trading in general. Because I always get, like I said, I don't mind answering the questions, but a lot of times the questions y'all ask, the answers in the free signal room. That's why I post this stuff. I never post spam. Everything I post is for a reason. So again, just if I post it, read it. If I post it, watch it. It's going to help y'all out. This is how we did on a longer term basis. This is how we did last quarter, which was July, August, and September. July, we went 34-3, caught 105,389 pips. August, we went 45-7, caught 219,708. In September, we went 27-4, caught 16,634 pips. Giving us a total of 341,731 pips caught. 323,385 strictly with the members in the advanced play center room. Ended the quarter 106 wins, 14 losses, giving us an 88% win rate for the quarter. So that's how we did last month, last week, and last quarter. And we're off to a great start this month as well. Like I said, we went 8-1 last week. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. Like I said, you got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Let's zoom back out so y'all can see that a little bit better. Appreciate the follow, George. What you trading? I just went over what I'm looking at, but if you just jumped in, we're looking at possible NAS and SPX buys. We're looking at possible GJ buys. We're in a GU buy. All the charts have the name at the top. But if you want to see the screen a little bit better, hit the link in the bio. We're live on YouTube as we speak. So you want to see the full screen, want to see the screen better, you can watch the stream on YouTube. I don't just trade Forex. I trade indices as well. But everything I teach is how to read the charts. It's not a Forex strategy. It's how to read the charts. What level on GJ? I can pull it up. So I'm waiting to see if it can break and hold 185.70, 185.80 as a support. So I'm either waiting for price to break 185.70, 185.80 for support and look for buys. I'm waiting for price to retrace back down to around 184.70, 184.60 to look for buys. Those are the two levels I'm looking at. NAS and SPX look like they're about to try to do something as well. So we might be entering those in a second also. Make sure to follow me on TikTok, y'all. That's y'all watching me on YouTube as well as TikTok. We're going to be going live later on today during New York. Those are going to be the more interactive lives where, like I said, we're going to be in positions. That way I can really interact with y'all. We're going to be doing more in-depth lessons and chart analysis. The London session lives is when we're actually looking for setups. That's why I'm more focused on the charts right now. But like I said, I am catching up to the chat. But again, we're doing everything live. I'm looking at the charts live, interacting with y'all live during New York session. That's when we're already in setup, so it's a lot more chill. I'm able to do more in-depth lessons and interact with y'all. We go live at least 3 times a week for free on YouTube during New York session. We go live every day, London session 3 EST. And then we have exclusive lives with the members in the Advanced Play Signal Room and Course channel during news events. We went live last Friday and last Wednesday during the high-impact news events. I might actually upload some of the content from the lives last week because we saw some huge moves happen during the news events on Friday. No, NAS moves in all sessions. That's another misconception. That's why I started to play, but there's a lot of misconceptions. Like a lot of people think Tokyo session is a dead session. No, we make tons of bread. Now, last week we didn't, but that's because last week was super slow. It was the first week of the month, right? But we trade all 3 sessions with the members. We trade Tokyo session, London session, and then New York. And then if you look at a lot of the, like, we go to last week, matter of fact, let's zoom in a little bit. If we go to last week, actually, we can go 2 weeks down the line, right? So let's go do that. All right, that was New York session. Boom, boom, boom. By the way, you go into the free signal, you can see like student results and testimonials and all that good stuff as well. We'll look at that later. That's not the point of me being in here right now. So we look at 2 weeks ago on, where is it? What day was it? Give it a second. What day was it? Hold on. What day was Monday? I'm trying to find it really quick. Okay, I think I know where it's at. Okay, I passed it. Give me 1 second, y'all. But we look at last week on Monday. No, 2 weeks ago on Monday. My bad. I'm terrible with dates. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find. We post a lot in here, so I'm trying to find what I'm looking for. All right, so it was this week right here. So we look at 2 weeks ago. We entered the SPX sell literally at the beginning of London session, and we hit TPs during London session and pre-New York. We actually hit all the TPs before New York session started. So again, Tokyo session, there'd be nice moves as well, but I don't really take trades during Tokyo session. I might hold, and by trades, I mean like indices, like SPX, NAS, US30. I might hold a position into the next Tokyo session, but we take London session setups on the indices plenty of times. Now, again, that doesn't mean it's going to be every day, because when I say stuff like that, people think that's like a everyday thing. It literally depends on what the markets are doing, but if there's a setup, we take it. But the indices move nicely during London and New York session. We actually, if we enter them during London session, a lot of times we catch the move, most of the move that we would have missed going into New York, right? Like if we look at this setup right here, this was 6 a.m. before New York session. New York session was right here. So we would have missed the beginning of the move this week, on this day, if we would have waited to New York session look for setups. Right? We would have had to wait for price to retrace back down to here, or we would have had to wait for price to break this next level. So we would have missed a quarter of that full move, half the move for the day. Right? We see that stuff happen all the time. If we look at, trying to find another example. This day, we took a sell during London session. When New York session started, guess what? Price was retracing. And then what did it do the rest of the day? Just played around. So you actually would have missed the good setup that day. So it just depends on the day. But yeah, we trade all 3 sessions. We trade all 3 sessions with the members. But yeah, U15 is about to start. It looks like SPX and NAS are trying to do something. GU is doing his thing. So shout out to who was it again? Shout out to, I got your name right here. Shout out to Richard for pointing me out to GU, because I definitely would have not looked at that. Burn that right now. We're about to hit the next TV. I'm looking at possible NAS SPX buys. We're going to see what the next 15 looks like. Because again, this whole live has just been chilling at this level right here. We're waiting to see if we can break this level. As we can see, it's still trying. So we're going to see what happens this next hour or two. Appreciate the follow. Bang, bang. Appreciate the likes. We got to see you in here. You got any questions? Drop them in the chat. I'm looking at me charts. Drop in the chat. We're going to be on for a little bit longer. We got 9 people, 10 people in here. We all spam tap the screen. We can get to 6K likes easily. Like I said, we're going to be on live later on today during the New York session as well. So make sure to follow me on TikTok. Those on YouTube, you see the TikTok scrolling at the bottom of the screen. TikTok is Playmaker Way. Instagram is Playmaker_way. If you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram or Telegram. I respond to all messages. You think a stop loss of 24.05 is too low? You said your stop loss 24.05? I personally wouldn't have it that low. That's a little too low. I mean, I wouldn't say that's too low. That's a little too high. I mean, mine is down here. Well, that's me personally. Your thing was at 24.05. That's kind of pushing it. I would give it some more wiggle room because you might get stopped out before the move actually happens. Well, we just hit TP1 on GU, so let me let the members know. Again, this was a members only play. The members get the first play of the day, but that's just one of the benefits of being on live with us. That's why I dropped the link, because you not only see what I'm looking at for the day, but you might be able to hop into the first trade of the day or the members only setups. We did break this down in the live stream. We're up about 10 pips right now. We're about to see if we can do some more. We got a new 15 about to start in a little bit. SPX and NAS are still teasing us right now. We're going to see what this next 15 does. Yeah, but I'm liking how SPX and NAS are looking. What is the TikTok? Brian, look at the bottom of your screen. The TikTok is scrolling. I got you. TikTok is Playmaker Way. IG is Playmaker_way. Look at the bottom of your screen. It's scrolling at the bottom of your screen. All right, and if you look right above that, you'll see where my mouse is waving. You'll see how we did last quarter and last month. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, read the pinned comment when y'all hop in. Up $80 right now. That's what I like to see. Make sure to not let all that profit go away. Make sure to not let all that profit go away. GJ just booked my level, so yeah, we got some setups about to come into play soon. We're waiting to see if GJ can hold this level. We got the indices about to try to do a move as well. So we might get some action in a little bit. Where are you? 1-0. We're already up. We hit TP1 so far. About to see if we can hit TP2 on GU. And then we're looking at possible buy setups on NAS, SPX, and GJ. I'm new here from Botswana. Shout out to you, Sumi. You got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're going to be going off. We're going to be hopping off in a little bit, though. I'm not going to lie. The London session lives are a lot shorter than the New York session lives. We're going to be on in a little bit. GJ pushing. Yeah, GJ's pushing. If you got in it, I didn't enter it. I'm waiting to see if we can hold this level. But we did take this buy on Friday. You go into the free signal room, you're going to see that buy signal I called in the free signal room on Friday. We can go ahead and pull that up. I broke this down during the London session stream on Friday. We entered it once, price met my confirmations. I can show you that really quick. This was last Friday. Again, every trade has the date, time the trade was entered, my personal entry, SL, the TPs, reactions, TPs getting hit. See all the reactions. We hit all TPs. It was a nice way to end the week. We ended the week 2-0. We ended Friday 8,129 pips. We caught 8,000 on SPX. We caught 23 on EA. And then we caught 106 on that GJ position alone. All right. And then for SPX, I personally caught 3 positions on SPX. Called 1 position as a signal. But we caught the entire push up from, I think, like Thursday going into Friday last week on SPX. Huge push to the upside. My first position, I was up 8 times my risk. My second position, I was up 5 times. In my third position, I was up 5 times. Well, 4.5. It was a crazy move on SPX. I'm about to hit TP2 on GU. GJ is looking like we might be able to jump into that again as well. So, yeah, we got a lot of setups about to come into play right now. SPX and NAS are still trying to figure their lives out. Let's see what gold's up to before we hop out. Let's see what gold's up to. Make sure to hit that like button if you're on YouTube. Make sure to tap that screen, hit that follow button, subscribe on YouTube as well. Make sure to go to the community tab and vote for this week's video on YouTube. And if you haven't checked out my videos I dropped last week, I dropped like 2 or 3 videos last week. Make sure to check those out on YouTube as well. I dropped the trade breakdown. I dropped the video breaking down how to count pips. I also dropped a trading tip video as well. Getting GJ 185.12. Oh, since you up, then you up there. The up thing, you got in right as soon as it did that higher high. So you didn't have a terrible position. That was still a decent position into, yeah. So right now, you want to see if price can hold this level or it might reject it. But obviously, I want to see if we can respect that level. So if we can stay above 185.70 and respect that support, the next target you can see is 186.10, 186. Try to get hit. Buy on Euro JPY. I'm personally looking at GJ, but we can look at Euro JPY. Do you think 1 to 500? No, it's not. I use 1 to 500 leverage. That's not too high. Again, there's no such thing as too high. You just gotta know how to calculate your risk and lot size. That's all you gotta do. It did the buy already. The buy move started down here at 160.30, but just like GJ, it's in the middle of the higher high. Was disgusting, consolidating for a month straight last month. Finally broke out of that this month, the past couple weeks. The initial buy setup was last night at around 160.30. So I wouldn't really look for a buy right now unless price retraces. I'd rather look for a buy on GJ. But they're both doing the same thing, really. They just got different price levels. They're both, as you can see, doing the same exact thing. They just got different price levels. Got a new 5-minute about to start. Barely missed TP2. Gold still ranging. Yeah, NAS still rejecting that level. So we're going to wait to see if we can hold it as a support. Do you consider yourself a scalper, intraday trader? I'm not a scalper. Some of my moves turn into scalps, but for the most part, I'm just a day trader. Some trades turn to swing trades. Some trades end up being scalps, but for the most part, I'm just a day trader. Just hold a trade for the day. I go for what price is going to do for the day. I go for higher highs, lower lows. I don't really try to catch reversals. I don't try to catch bounces. I wait for the big move. Appreciate all the likes on TikTok. Appreciate the follows, Rail. Head Crack, I see you in here. Like I said, you got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Any tips on calculating lots and pips with leverage? I went over that in my most recent video. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat, but it's literally my most recent video. Just go to my YouTube and you're going to see my most recent video, how to count pips. That video is the video you need to answer your question. But I'm going to drop that in the chat. But it's literally my most recent video. I just dropped the video on Friday going over what are pips and how to count pips. I went over how to count pips on gold, indices, and Forex currency pairs. All right, so make sure to watch that video. That's why and again, if you're in the free signal room, I literally dropped that in the free signal room the other day on Friday. Somewhere. I know I dropped it on Friday. I know I'm not tripping. I dropped it on Friday. Oh, yeah, on Friday. I literally said here, this is what I'm telling you. I got to read what I be posting. Unless you just found me this weekend, then I might let it slide. But again, I'm never just going to post shit just to post it. Everything I post has a reason and a purpose. I literally said all trades taken, we broke down during the live stream. And then I said, I also dropped a new vid breaking down how to count pips. And this was on Friday. Again, and if you're subbed, have the bell on so you know when I'm live and when I post the video. But again, I'll be letting y'all know. Again, I don't mind answering questions, but again, that's just showing you just gotta explore the channel. When y'all join, explore the channel, watch the videos, read the messages. I'm never just gonna post stuff for no reason. Everything I post is for a reason. But yeah, watch that video. That video is gonna help you out. That video is gonna help you out. And we're gonna skip this song because that's gonna help me out. So I do not like this song at all. What do I search for on Telegram? You don't have to search for anything. Just hit the link in my bio. You hit that handsome profile picture in the top left corner of your screen. My bio literally says free signal room here. It's got my finger pointing down to the link. You click the link in the bio. I'm pretty sure it's the first box in the link fly. That's all you got to do. All you got to do. So all you got to do is linked in the bio. If you're on YouTube, it's the first link in the description. Instagram's in the bio. YouTube's in the bio. Free signal room's in the bio. Free signal room is first in the description for those on YouTube. Everything's in the bio. And everything I'm looking for this week and today, I dropped in the Sunday chart analysis. So when y'all join the free signal room, just scroll up half an inch and you're going to see the Sunday chart analysis. Make sure to watch and check that out. All right, I went over the indices. I went over GJ, GN, GA. I went over gold, NAS, SPX, US30. I went over all that good stuff. So make sure to check that out. We got some retests / retracements going on. We got a new 5-minute about to start. I don't know what you're talking about. Leveling. I don't know what you're talking about. Layering. I don't know what you're talking about. What you mean by layering? Explain what you mean, and I'll try to answer your question. I don't know what you mean though by layering. Yeah, you joined. Okay, you joined 2 days ago. Same thing, right? Because again, I had people hit me up. They'll be following me on Instagram, and they'll be like, you know, where's your Telegram at? Or I remember one time I was hitting this dude hit me up. He was like, "Oh, you have a Telegram?" I was like, "So you just DM me, but then explore my page? You gotta explore. You got to explore. Just like the members. What I tell y'all this weekend, I said, don't just wait for signals. Explore. There's literally. Let me show y'all. There's a reason why I said that too. Because again, I don't just post signals. I'm here to teach y'all how to do what I do, right? But you got to look and explore, right? Just like with the advanced play signal room. Just like the Sunday chart analysis, I drop these every day for the members during New York, called the New York price watches. Like I said, the members, we trade Tokyo exclusively. They also get the first signal of the day. And then they get the New York price watch list dropped every day, going over trades taken during Tokyo session, London session, possible setups going into New York. They get all the signals. And then we have exclusive live streams during New York news events. We went live last Friday during the news and last Wednesday. Just like the London session lives, if you missed the news event, they're recorded so you can watch them. You have access to over 400 videos of the daily chart analysis and live streams. And if you go to last year's live streams, those were during Tokyo session. I switched it up this year. Am I going to switch it back up next year? Probably not. I think New York session is a little bit better than Tokyo session live streams. But you have access to all the chart analysis. You have access to all the daily, to all the live streams. Again, you can see here, called signals. I walk y'all through the trades. I give y'all updates when there's news. Let you know when we hit key price levels. All that good stuff. Then you also get access to the student member group chat, where you can interact with other traders that are members and students, ask questions, all that good stuff. Then there's the pinned messages like the account size key to make sure that you're not taking any positions your account can't handle. All right, and there's also a pinned message in the student and member group chat that goes over how to properly calculate your lot size, because that's important. You can't. There's no magic lot size, just like there's no magic time frame. You have to figure out what lot size is appropriate for the trade setup you're looking for. Let me give you a perfect example why. Let's say I took 3 trades. Let's say I put a standard lot for all 3 trades. Let's say the first trade was a 20 pip stop loss, the second trade was a 50, the third trade was 100. Let's say they all hit stop loss. Am I going to lose the same amount on every single one of those trades? No, I'm going to lose way more on the 50 than I did on the 20 pip stop loss. I'm going to lose way more on the 100 pip stop loss than I did on the 50 pip stop loss. Again, you got to plan everything out. You got to calculate everything. So that video is literally like a 3-minute long video that helps make that easier. Again, I'm not showing the group chat because it's got people's names and faces in it. But if you go to the photos in the free signal room, I got plenty of screenshots from. That's not one. I got plenty of. Let me find one first so I can show y'all. But I got plenty of screenshots from the group chat as well. Let me try to find one. That's here's one. So you see right here, pinned message in the group chat says how to calculate the proper lot size. All right. So if you're a student, pick the pinned messages. Is one of the 3 pinned messages in the advanced play signal room, and then it has the link to the group chat. But the student results and testimonials is one of my students from the one-on-one sessions. He made $1,000 one day, but there's a bunch of student results and testimonials all throughout here. Here's another. I don't think this person was a student. I think this was from the free channel. But he made $1,000 that one day. Another student, boy Richie, made 6% in one day. This student made, I think that's like 200, 300 bucks. But again, you can check all this stuff out. There's results all over the place. Screenshots of positions, student results, testimonials, all that good stuff. Done for the day, not greedy. Took my peanuts and run. That's more if I was on the job. Made 600 bucks in one day. That's the same screenshot. Let me try to find. I'm gonna just do one more. We're gonna keep it pushing. But all this stuff you can see for yourself. Here's another student. First week was last week in advanced group, and I'm up 459 euro. Thank you, bro. I finally found a signal provider / mentor that's interested in helping people. If I have a question, you actually answer it, and don't just flip me off because you already got my money. First week, and you already made 5 times his return. So again, all these results, all these screenshots, all you got to do is go to photos, Instagram's here, YouTube's here, Telegram's here. If you want to contact me directly, the best way to contact me is to DM me on Instagram. If you're on YouTube, it's scrolling at the bottom of your screen. If you're on TikTok, it's literally in my bio. Just hit my bio. There's going to be an Instagram icon on the bottom right. Just click that. It's going to send you straight to my Instagram. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. New 15 just started. Game plan still the same. Just waiting for volume to pick up. Multiple entries. I go over that with the members during the lives and in the course channel. But basically, it just comes down to calculating and making sure you're not over leveraging. But I go over all that with the members and stuff. So you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, mark up these levels, mark up your charts like this, all that stuff's linked in the bio, link in the description. But as far as multiple entries, you want to basically wait until you're in profit on one entry so you can take your other entry. That way your second position, you're not risking double what you want to risk, but your first entry is risk-free and you're essentially risking the same amount. Or you're not risking anything. You're going to be in profit even if your stop loss gets hit on your second setup. You get what I'm saying? I know that might kind of sound complicated to some, but it might click for others. But I go in depth and detail with all that with the members and all that good stuff. But it just comes down to risk reward, again, calculating your lot size and making sure you're not over leveraging. And I go over that in my most recent video on YouTube, how to count pips. Tim the Snowman, shout out to you. Appreciate that. Appreciate the likes, Bree. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hop off. So those that just joined, like I said, if you're on YouTube, you can just rewind the live. Went over everything. We took one position, but basically everything we did today and what we're looking for is in the Sunday chart analysis. So you hit the free signal room first in the description on YouTube, link in the bio if you're on TikTok. Watch the Sunday chart analysis, explore the channel. This is how we did last week. We went 8-1, gives us 89% win rate, caught 15,392 pips, 15,223 strictly with the members and advanced play signal room. Monday we caught 4,463 pips. Tuesday was when we took that loss. Wednesday was a break even day. Thursday we caught 2,800, and Friday we caught 8,129 pips. Every trade post has the date, the personal entry, time the trade was posted, how many people viewed it, enter the trade, SL, TPs, reactions, TPs getting hit. All wins and losses are posted. Every Sunday I drop the Sunday chart analysis. Went 11-0 the week before that. How we did last month. If you go to November 1st, you'll see how we did last month. Where is it? Here it is. Last month, we went 32-5. There's an 86% win rate. I don't go live with people. If you got questions, drop in the chat. I do not go live with people. Only time I go live when there's more people than me talking is when I do the lives with the members and students. But on TikTok, you just drop your question in the chat. We got a total 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in advanced play signal room. How we did last quarter. If you scroll to October 8th, you'll see how we did last quarter. Once we get there, boom, boom, boom. Here we are. July, we went 34-3. August, we went 45-7. September, we went 27-4. July, we caught 105,389 pips. August, we caught 219,708 pips. September, we caught 16,634 pips. Giving us 106 wins, 14 losses, giving us 88% win rate for the quarter. Caught 341,731 pips total for the quarter. 323,385 strictly with the members in advanced play signal room. Free signal is in the bio. Free signal is first in the description. Those on YouTube. Services, the advanced play signal room, one-on-one sessions, course, all in the bio and description as well. I went over what the advanced play signal room comes with. The one-on-one mentorship comes with the advanced play signal room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, and then you get 2 sessions a week that are hour long. Those sessions are recorded and sent to you the same day. Those recordings are yours to keep for life. Right now, we just got some retracements and retests going on. NAS and SPX are still just playing around on this level, waiting to see if they can break this level. That's pretty much it. We're just waiting for volume to pick up. It's probably not going to pick up until the next couple of hours, if not, New York opened. It is Monday. Monday and Tuesdays are the slowest days of the week on average. Things start to pick up on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday. That's usually when we have the smoothest moves and the most volume. But as we can see this entire live, SPX has just been chilling on this level. Again, we're just waiting on volume. We're not going to force setups. We don't control price. No reason to rush or be in a rush to take trades, especially when we had a great week last week. We had a great month, great quarter. No reason to rush and make silly mistakes and kill our profits. I'm in your Telegram group and took the GJ trade Friday, made 1K. Let them know, James. Let them know, James. Let them know, James. That's what's up. And those on TikTok, you can't see. That was a YouTube comment, but that's what's up. I'll probably post that on my story later. It was at 150 plus. Now I'm on 15. Hey, didn't I tell you not to let your screen turn red? I literally said make sure to secure your profits. So now you just got to hold the S or TP gets hit. Literally told you. But it happens. Drawdown is part of the game anyways, but that's why I told you to make sure to secure your profit, especially if you don't fully understand what's going on in the charts. Because, again, this is why I also post this disclaimer every day. Not everybody reads it, but those that read it, shout out to y'all. But this is why I post this disclaimer every day before the first signal. Right? Let's read this disclaimer. Please use proper risk and do not over leverage. Every trade is not guaranteed to go all the way to the final TP or in our favor. Every trade posted is one I personally entered. So before entering any trade, do your own chart analysis to see if 1, price is still near my entry and no TPs got hit, and 2, that you see the same thing I'm seeing. Stick to your trading goal and do not get greedy. Once it is blue, it is on you. Once it is blue, it is on you. Profit is never yours until you move SL and profit or close the trade. When a TP is hit, it'll either reject or break through, so keep an eye on your charts. And then, of course, I recommend risking 1 to 5% of your account per trade. So if you look at GU, what did GU do after it hit that TP? It rejected, and now we're seeing if it can break through. So like I said, if you're in drawdown, don't just close it. Just hold to SL or TP gets hit. But that's another reason why, especially if you don't fully understand what's going on or you're not comfortable with letting those profits disappear, to move your SL into profit, right? One thing I also always say when the final TP is hit is this right here. When the final TP is hit, I'll always say move SL in profit or close for that exact reason. But drawdown is part of the game, you know what I'm saying? It's still early in the day. And we're still bullish. We are still bullish overall. So like I said, don't just close the setup. Go to SRTP gets hit. GU looks like it's still going to try to push. Hey, it happens. It happens. Now you just got to go into your notebook, your trading plan, and tell yourself to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? You acknowledge what you did wrong, and I just got to stop doing that. Like I said, everybody gets greedy every now and then. But, you know, after you acknowledge the mistake, if you continue to make that mistake, it's not a mistake no more. It's a choice at that point. You feel me? But everybody makes mistakes. You just got to adjust and learn from them. All right, cool. I'm caught up to the chat. All right, cool. Like I said, we're gonna be live later on today on TikTok during New York session. So make sure to follow me on TikTok. Have your noties on so you know when I go live. Like I said, you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, it's literally in the bio. Just hit the Instagram icon in the bio. And yeah, we out.